Hello and welcome to episode 91 of the
Eldritch Podblast.
I am Margaret.
I am Jack.
Oh my goodness, and you are a slave to the entity.
You are watching the podcast.
Hello.
How is everyone?
How
we doing, y'all?
What are you up to?
What are you
How
eating?
are you feel? Oh my god, what are you eating? Please.
Did we ask them last time?
No, we didn't.
Oh,
I know.
People are going to be
I know.
real
There's going to be
mad.
people absolutely up in arms, and understandably so.
I would like to, if you haven't, go back to the old video and tell me what you're eating there, and then come back here
yeah, just
and
guess.
then tell us what you're eating here.
Yeah, just guess what you were eating.
Open up a new tab. Do not click off the video.
Hello. We're recording twice in one day again.
Of course.
And if you watched Monday's episode, you saw that it was a little bit unhinged.
Yeah.
Because we're still sick. We didn't think we were, but alas, here we are. And not only are we sick, our dog is just playing hell.
Yeah.
So
that's just how it be. When we record twice in one day, he's not happy because
he's not happy,
he doesn't get to cuddle mum and dad for at least 2 or 3 or 4 hours.
It's too long.
I know, but it's just
too
look.
long.
The people need 2 podcasts a
The
week.
people need to hear the important
the
things.
blasters.
Yeah, they need this important information.
Don't look at me like that.
He stood where you are.
Yeah,
and
like
just
obviously down.
Now. Yeah. No, imagine he's hovering. No, he would. Hello, how you doing? What are you up to?
I've got a burrito in the oven.
We do.
So at some point the timer is going to go off and we're going to eat the burrito.
Yep, and we're going to be shocked by
there's no point just waiting 35 minutes. So let's just record.
Yeah, it's like a pre-made burrito.
Yeah.
And that might not be a new thing to our American friends. To our British friends, did you know that Old El Paso do like pre-made burritos you can just put in the oven?
Massively expensive.
Yeah, how much was it?
£4?
Yeah,
it's £4 for a burrito.
Yeah, it's a lot for a burrito, but like, well, I mean, it's not a lot for a burrito, but it's a lot for like a pre-made thing that you just put in the oven.
Like it's obviously off a production line.
Yeah, but you know, it's still cheaper than if we got like a burrito takeaway.
I mean, yeah, but a burrito takeaway would be better. Well, I don't know, I haven't tried it yet, but I imagine vastly supreme.
True. Well, the thing
Supremia?
Oh, it's been gone.
Oh,
we don't really have burrito places here.
No, which is actually criminal.
It is criminal,
my
isn't
favorite food on earth is Tex-Mex, burritos.
It is.
I would, man, the things I would do for like
a proper burrito place
in Leeds. We don't live too far from Leeds.
Yeah.
At Leeds, there is
the Trinity Kitchen.
A Trinity Kitchen.
Yeah.
And in there is the burrito bar. And it is
so good. And when we go to Manchester as well, there's loads of burrito places in Manchester. And just nout.
And we don't have like a bar burrito. The only thing we've got like a what's it called?
Don't know.
Taco Bell.
We have a Taco Bell, but that
we could get Taco Bell.
Should we get Taco Bell tonight?
I have to go and get it, but I don't mind.
Yeah, we'll have a Taco Bell tonight.
I haven't had Taco Bell in time though.
Because if you watch Mondays, you'll hear that I had a miserable birthday. Unfortunately, I was sick.
She was sick.
I lost my sense of taste and smell. It's just about come back.
And the one thing that Margaret likes more than anything is just scranning.
I'm just eating.
Scranning some tasty food.
Just one thing I love.
So on her birthday, we were going to get her a tasty Nando's because Nando's can be a bit expensive, so we don't get it all the time.
Yeah.
But you know, like it's
cream of the crop.
Pretty damn good in terms of like chicken.
What does cream of the crop mean?
I don't know.
Why is that?
You can get creamed corn.
I feel like that's probably. Oh, is it because the cream, the cream sits on the top of milk? So it's like, it's the cream on the... Do you remember back in the day when you used to get milk delivery in the glass bottles and you would peel off the little silver tab on the top and lick off the cream? No?
I didn't
Come
do
on.
That.
You didn't do that?
No, I got milk delivery as well, but I didn't lick the cream.
Man, when you got the full fat milk and the little bit of cream would sit on the top... What a joy.
That's the crack?
That's absolutely...
So if I go to the shop now and I get full fat, if I get the blue milk...
No. It was specifically like the proper like... milk delivery man milk.
Yeah.
Like done in... By like milkmen, you know? Done by the milkman.
Done by the milkman.
Oh, come on. Other British people, you must know what I'm talking about.
The thing is, I've had... Like my parents used to get some milk delivered. At one point we did, but ours was never like that.
No, because we never got the full fat milk.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
I clearly just didn't listen to a word you were saying there because you said that a few times and I didn't grasp it.
We used to get orange juice as well.
I'm poorly sick.
Yeah,
we used to get orange juice. Orange juice was nice. Yeah. Apple juice was nice.
Anyway,
Anyway,
how are we?
I don't know. Talking about burritos, and you said cream.
Well, cream of the crop. Yeah. What does that mean?
I don't know.
How did that come into? Do you know? Could you tell me? Entity.
Where did I get corn from?
Well, cream of the crop because
I was like,
you like cream.
Yeah, but I was like creamed corn.
You think of crops, you think of corn.
Cream of the crop.
Yeah.
Doesn't say anything about corn.
It says nothing.
And I was like, well, creamed corn.
You think of cream. You think of when you think of crops, you think of corn.
Do you?
I do.
I think you do if you're American.
I think you did too. To be fair, Jack.
Look, I understand that. I think that now, but I think we don't have corn here.
What do you mean we don't have corn?
We don't really farm corn here.
Do we not farm corn here?
I imagine we farm some corn.
I eat corn here. Look, I eat corn here.
Yeah, no, I understand that we eat corn, but I don't think corn is a particularly prevalent farm for us.
No, probably not.
But
actually,
in America, that's like
cream of the crop.
That's the cream of the crop.
That's the cream of the crop right there.
The cream of the crop in terms of crops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it? I don't know.
You tell me where cream of the crop comes from in the comments.
Oh my god, what were we talking about?
Mario.
Yeah, this is Mario. What did you say? What did you say? What did you say?
My burrito.
Oh, my burrito.
Mario.
Mario.
We watched the Mario movie not long ago.
Yeah.
You didn't really enjoy it, did you? I enjoyed it.
It's weird, right? Because I really thought I was going to. Like, if anyone was going to enjoy it, it'd probably be me, right? Why did I speak so weird then? But yeah, no, it's not that I didn't enjoy it. It was just obviously fast.
Yeah.
Like, as kids' movies have to be, right?
It's a kids' movie.
And it looked great. And I love Jack Black.
Spectacular.
But, you know.
Man, Jack Black is the best.
Peaches, 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 peaches.
Peaches, 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 peaches. I love you.
Oh, I hope that isn't our first copyright strike because that has to stay in, doesn't it? Really?
Oh yeah, gotta stay in.
Has to stay in. What are you up to? What are you doing?
I probably blew the mic as well.
Why do you watch these videos?
I don't know.
We said this last time. Why do you watch these videos? Why are you here with us? Man, we're going to be hopefully doing some more stuff as well in the new year. And
yeah.
It's just going to be more of this, isn't it?
Probably.
It's going to be worse than this.
This is all it is.
Yeah.
This is just what it's like when we live together.
It is. It truly is. Yeah.
And now you get to experience it.
Uh-huh.
For the 91st episode.
Yeah, what date does this video come out? Is it Christmas yet?
No.
Is it December yet?
No, it's the 7th of December. Yeah, it's December.
It's December.
The last one went out in December.
No, it didn't.
No,
27th of November.
It's the 30th of November.
Oh, so it's nearly December.
Tomorrow is December.
Tomorrow's December.
Tomorrow is festive season.
Happy December.
Happy December. Well, for tomorrow.
I'm trying to think. I don't think I have anything else.
No, let's
We kind of told you everything.
I just swore.
No.
I think I've sworn low.
Yeah.
I just haven't noticed. It's hard when you film them on the same day and you come out of the end of the other episode where you're just swearing loads because you can't.
Yeah.
Coming into the new one, it's tough.
True.
Obviously, we're both still sick because you can hear from my voice. But it doesn't stop me singing at the top of my voice.
No.
Peaches.
No more.
What?
No more.
Do you not like my singing?
No, I love your singing.
It's confirmed Margaret hates my singing.
Oh my god.
Everybody tell me in the comments how much you love my singing.
Yeah. That's it. I can't think of anything
else. Let's rip some Homebrew Challenge winners.
Yeah. Yes, we're doing the Homebrew. Sorry, that was so... Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
My phone's not on Do Not Disturb because I'm waiting for my burrito time.
Homebrew Challenge number
it's
1.
It's the
Homebrew Challenge winners. Oh my god. So this is the first installment of the festive theme, and this is for a festive spell. As always, thank you so very much to everyone.
Every single person who takes part. Doesn't matter if you win or not.
Yep.
All of them get read.
Yep.
And you are very, very, very talented, every single one of you. So well done
talented
to all of you, and everybody else
cheers.
in the Discord gets to read yours as well. And they're there forever. So thank you so much.
As always, we do 2 runners up and we do the winner.
The winner.
And shall we just go?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Let's go.
Go.
I need to cough so bad.
Go for it. Did that satisfy your coughing?
No,
I feel like that was more of a fake cough, and now you still need to cough.
Yeah, confirmed.
Go on then.
Confirmed. All right.
Jeez.
All right.
Man,
what the hell? Okay, so this first runner up. This has been sent in by Parrotboy. And
let's go.
Let's go, Parrotboy. And they use any and all pronouns, and they consent for anyone to use this.
Let's go.
So, the spell name is Dagobert's Delightful Dinner. It is a level 4 spell. Its casting time is 1 action. Its range is any living enemies within 40 feet or all living allies within sight. Constructs and undead are immune. The components. Material component of 1 item of any food. The duration is 3 rounds on enemies and 6 hours on allies. So, the spell lore. Dagobert was a halfling wizard and a rather reluctant adventurer who found himself on a long campaign through the frozen northern lands. Miserable.
No!
Burrito time, it's burrito time. 1 second, Dagobert. Oh.
They can't hear me.
Oh, sorry. He wanted to show you the burrito.
It looks pretty good.
Hold on, let me take a look. Oh my god.
It looks legit, doesn't it?
It does look quite good. I'll turn it so they can see it. Oh,
so
yeah.
Yeah.
Watch you not be able to see that in the slightest. It looks good.
It does, yeah.
It smells good from what I can smell. You know what? I didn't expect the
color,
the orange,
the rich vibrancy.
Yeah,
within.
I didn't expect that at all. So that shocked me a little bit. I'm not gonna lie.
Obviously, it took 35 minutes in the oven, so it is now actually the surface of the sun.
Yes.
So we thought
we won't touch you and watch us eat it. You can watch it cool down.
Watch it cool.
Yeah.
On the podcast.
So,
reaching new levels of content here.
Hell yeah. Back to Dagobert. Dagobert was a halfling wizard and a rather reluctant adventurer who found himself on a long campaign through frozen northern lands. Miserable, homesick, and hungry on half rations, no less.
No.
Dagobert created a spell to remind him of home. Sacrificing his rations for the day, Dagobert's spell awoke his happiest memories. He felt like he'd just had 3 helpings of Christmas dinner with his long-lost family, with several helpings of pudding and brandy. He felt safe, content, and very, very full. Oh man,
Sadness.
These are going to make me cry, aren't they?
Yeah, probably. They get sadder.
Description. When cast on enemies, they instantly feel like they've eaten too much, and any actions feels unwilling and painful. Movement speed is reduced by 5, and all rolls are made with disadvantage and at a -1.
Yeah.
All enemies are also wearing novelty Christmas hats for the duration of the spell.
Yeah.
This reminds me of WoW when they put the Christmas hats on raid bosses.
Yeah. When Razageth had the Christmas hat.
Yeah, I love that.
I like how it's like, it's festive.
Yes.
It's cute.
Yes.
But also mechanically.
Yes, mechanically
useful.
Wonderful.
Mechanically very useful.
This spell cannot be cast on allies while in combat. Combat instantly ends the effect of this spell on allies. When cast on allies, they instantly feel safe, full of food, and enheartened. It removes any negative mental effects and heals 1d20 plus 5. Rolls requiring strength or dex are made with disadvantage, but all other rolls are made with advantage. I love that because he's just so full.
So full of Christmas food.
All rolls made during roleplay with other characters are also with a +1.
Hey.
This spell awakens memories of home. Make all history checks with a +4 and advantage. The character may remember aspects of their life that may be forgotten or repressed. I'm sick and sad. I'm poorly sick. I love that.
It's so
cute.
Oh,
that's so beautiful, Parrotboy.
Very good submission.
I love that.
Well done, Parrotboy.
Dagobert, I love that.
Gnome as well. You made Margaret cry with a gnome.
No, that's a halfling. A halfling.
That's
Come on,
well,
give me
still
some
a smallie.
Give me some grace. A halfling. Man, I love that. I just love that. So miserable out on your travels. You're like, I know what would make this better. Christmas dinner.
Bit of Christmas pod.
Oh, I love that. That's so wonderful.
Still so
Thank you so much, Parrotboy. I feel like all of these are like all of the spells were kind of in a similar vein to this.
Yeah.
It was really hard picking these.
Yeah.
Like there was so many sweet ones, and like our mods go through and they pick some for us as well. But obviously we go through and read some too, like kind of as they come in. So it's hard to pick.
Yeah,
it really is
so hard to pick. It's so hard to pick. But you know, we want to you put some time and effort in, so we wanted to show you.
Yeah. The dog. He pushed through the barrier. I don't know how he's getting so good at doing this.
He's learning.
Yeah.
You know the raptors in
they're evolving.
No, yeah, which one is it? The
in Jurassic
World
1,
where he's like clever girl or whatever, and he's like stood there in the raptor cage. That's my dog.
Yeah,
that's me with my dog.
God, he looks so upset right now. Oh man,
he's like arm's length from me, and he's like,
"Oh, I know, my sweet honey." He did push right through that though. That's
yeah, he
the second
did.
time. Yeah. Thank you so much, Parrotboy. What
Thank
a
you,
wonderful,
Parrotboy.
wonderful
Thank you so
one.
much. That was a great submission.
All right, the next runner-up. This has been sent in by creamCloud, and they go by he/him pronouns.
Oh my god,
He's knocked over the thing.
Game.
Okay.
The dog knocked over the entire fence.
I'm sure you saw the camera move.
Yeah.
We ate the burrito. It was fine.
It was all right.
It was fine. It was
5 out of 10.
Yeah.
It was full.
Mm-hmm.
It was warm.
It's average.
It had some okay taste, but mostly it was pretty.
Yeah.
Like they said, it was a beef burrito.
Definitely could not taste the beef in it. Like,
I don't think I got a piece of beef.
Yeah.
If they'd have said it was a vegetarian bean burrito, I'd have been like, all right, fair enough.
Yeah, agreed. It was fine. It was fine.
It was all right.
Yeah.
Not going to be out in comparison to the Taco Bell.
Yeah.
Is that what we're getting?
Well, we just had a burrito, you know?
We should get mac and cheese or something.
Yeah, get mac and cheese.
Or you can get your Nando's. It's up to you.
Yeah, think about it.
Submission number 2.
Yeah, so this is runner-up number 2. This has been sent in by creamCloud, and he goes by he/him.
Cheers, creamCloud.
Thank you so much,
I see you in the Discord quite a lot.
Yeah, hell yeah. Thank you, creamCloud.
Nice to see new people being so active.
It truly is. So the spell's name is Kringle's Bountiful Bows. Kringle. So the level is a 5th level spell. It is made for a druid, ranger, cleric, sorcerer, or an archfey, genie, patron for a warlock.
Nice.
Casting time is 1 action. The range is any creature within 30 feet, and the components are verbal, somatic, and material. And it is a marble on a short hooked chain made of precious metals / stones.
Baby.
Slash stones worth at least 50 gold pieces.
Nice.
Duration is 1 minute, and it's a concentration spell. Why can't I speak? Concentration. So the spell description. Anything else?
Concentration.
The spell description is: a 15-foot tall evergreen tree erupts from the ground beneath the targeted creature, lifting them into the air. The tree is covered in illusory lights and +5 casting mod baubles. The tree and the creature at the top shed bright light for 10 feet and dim light for another 15 feet. On their turn, the creature sitting at the top of the tree may choose to use their action and their bonus action to cause one of 2 effects, respectively. 1. Doesn't say 1, but I'm saying 1. 1. Use their action to propel up to 5 baubles at a visible creature within 80 feet. 2. Use their bonus action to propel 1 bauble at a visible creature within 80 feet. 3. Use their action to cause 1d5 plus 1 baubles to appear on the tree. Max baubles is 10 plus the casting mod. And 4. Use their bonus action to cause 1d6 / 2 baubles. 1d6 divided by 2. Baubles to appear on the tree, round down, minimum of 1.
Very cool.
If targeted by a bauble, a creature may make a dex saving throw versus the caster's spell save DC to have the effects, and the effects are determined by the color of baubles that the caster decides and when they launch them. Baubles launched by the same action are the same color, and the color effects are: red, a lump of burning coal, 2d6 fire damage plus 1d6 per additional bauble. White, a snowball, 2d4 cold damage plus 1d4 plus additional bauble, and it knocks a creature prone. It failed its dex save. And green, a foil-wrapped chocolate, heals 1d4 plus casting mod plus 1d4 per additional bauble. Oh, I love that.
How cute's that?
That's so jaunty.
I love that the different colour baubles do different things.
Me too.
And I just love the thematics of
I love that.
It is so cute.
I don't know why. I just love a foil-wrapped chocolate. It's like a quality streak.
Yeah, it's like a quality streak. Like the green quality streak.
I love that.
So cute.
Man, the fact it heals. Like, I feel like with all of these, there was obviously so many different takes on festive, right? But I feel like the heart of all of them is in. Like, you can feel the heart through them.
Yeah.
Can't you?
Love it.
Kringle.
Very, very good.
Who's Kringle?
You know who Kringle is?
No. Do you?
Santa?
Huh? Who? According to who?
Christopher Kringle?
You're lying.
Santa is Chris Kringle.
No, you're joking. Is he joking? Is he having me on?
You've put doubt in now.
Chris Kringle.
Yeah.
You're joking. That's not true. Is it? Chris Kringle.
Yeah. So Chris Kringle may refer to Santa Claus. by assimilation.
You're joking.
No,
You're lying.
Kris Kringle.
You're lying.
No. Images, Kris Kringle.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
See, this is the type of thing that Jack would lie to me about to make me laugh.
Fuck out of her.
What was
so
it?
then I can go, yeah, I'm joking.
There was something the other day. There was something in bed that sounded ridiculous, and I was like, "You're lying to me.
No.
You're joking."
I don't really do it anymore.
No, you don't.
I don't really do it anymore.
Because you've learned that gaslighting's bad.
yeah, gaslighting's bad. But when it's just something fucking stupid.
Kris Kringle? You've never
heard of Santa be called Kris Kringle?
Never heard of him be called Kris
So
Kringle.
we're there. So read the title of the spell.
Kringle's Bountiful Boughs.
And you were like, who the fuck's Kringle?
I thought Kringle was like...
Some dude.
Well, yeah.
Some guy.
You know, because like this
Some
is
random.
Dagobert. Dagobert's just a dude.
Yeah, no, Dagobert's not Santa. Dagobert's just a wizard.
Kris Kringle. I have never ever once heard Kris Kringle be referred to as
Santa's real name, I think.
No, his name is Saint Nick. Is it not Nick of Christmas?
What?
Like Saint Nick. He's Christmas.
Right. What are you talking about? You what? Saint Nicholas.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's Father Christmas.
Yeah, but he's got a million names, hasn't he?
Yeah. Is Father Christmas the same as Santa? Is he Santa?
Is this a fever dream? Am I in the Matrix?
I've never heard of Kringle before.
Kris Kringle?
Yeah, I've never heard of it.
Yeah.
Are you being serious?
Oh my God.
I can't see because your screen's so dark.
Kris Kringle. Kris Kringle may refer to as Santa Claus by assimilation in the United States of the separate German tradition of Christkindl.
Oh.
Which is, I think, the German.
Oh, Christ. Christmas. What do you think?
What is the meaning of Kris Kringle? Okay.
Yeah,
so,
come on.
A US name for Father Christmas.
No idea.
It comes from the German word Christkindl, meaning Christ child.
Oh.
Because German children believe that the baby Jesus brings presents during the Christmas season.
Well, because he was born on Christmas Day.
Yeah.
I think.
Born on Christmas Day.
Yeah, I had no idea.
The full album here.
Yeah, oh my God. Thank you, creamCloud.
Right, so yeah.
Kris Kringle.
What? Kris Kringle.
Kris Kringle.
Yes.
Oh, I love that.
So,
I'm swearing.
Saint Nicholas.
Saint Nicholas.
What do they call him in? Is it in the Netherlands?
Yeah.
Krampus?
Krampus? No, Krampus is the bad demon.
Is that the bad Santa?
That's the bad Santa.
Okay.
I don't know. Man, wow, we're uncultured swines. Krampus.
Speak for yourself.
Yeah, Krampus is a dude who.
Yeah. Krampus is a horned anthropomorphic figure in the in the central and eastern alpine folklore of Europe, who is the Advent season scares children who have misbehaved. Yeah, so he's just the anti Santa.
No,
I think so.
I see. Me.
Krampus.
Anti-Santa. Kringle. So that's who Kringle is. I'm assuming you probably all knew that.
I think so.
It was just me who didn't.
Why didn't you know that?
I didn't know that. I really
Educate
didn't.
yourself, Margaret.
Oh my God. On Kringle. Thank you so much, creamCloud. Wow, I feel like we really got away from that, to be honest.
That was a great submission.
Yeah, thank you so much, creamCloud. All right, we ready for the wiener? The Christmas wiener.
The Christmas wiener.
Christmas wiener, the
first
wiener.
Christmas wiener.
The first Christmas wiener of 3 Christmas wieners.
Ooh.
So, this has been sent in by oFelinology, and he goes by he, him pronouns. Kringle, 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 Kringle. Man, yeah, this video's getting absolutely struck down.
Nah, man.
So,
YouTube, come at me.
Don't.
One-on-one.
No.
I'll take you out.
No.
Clean.
Never really one-on-one.
One round.
Is it? That's unfair because, you know. Yeah.
The entity is where I get all of my strength.
Yeah. So, congratulations, oFelinology.
Congratulations, oFelinology. Thank you very much for entering the Homebrew Challenge, and congratulations on winning and being entered into the Hall of Fame.
So, this spell's name is All Who Enter, aka Alistair's Travelling In.
Okay.
It is a...
Alistair
is
not
Saint Nicholas. Alistair Nicholas. That's what I heard.
Krampus Nicholas.
Krampus Nicholas Kringle. Alistair.
Yeah.
Alistair Crinkle. That's what I heard.
Yeah.
So the level of this spell is 9. Its casting takes 10 minutes. Its components are 1 unoccupied shelter and a fireplace log. And the duration is 1 day to indefinitely if the spell is maintained. The description. Once cast, this spell creates a pocket dimension that takes on the look of an inn within the vacant shelter. This inn is fully stocked with food, beverages, and other supplies needed to run an inn. At the stroke of midnight, the inn will automatically restock any missing supplies and will terraform itself to fit the occupants within the inn. I've got Lynn on the brain.
Got Lynn on the brain. I'm a modelling.
Within the inn. However, the pocket dimension will be no smaller than 100 by 100 feet. If any are to occupy the inn during the time of Yule, they will receive an item they have been needing the most. This pocket dimension will sustain itself provided that there is always a fire in the hearth to warm and comfort those in most of need of it.
You okay, babe?
Yeah, I'm okay. In addition, the fire itself holds an enchantment. Anyone who enters with ill intent will be compelled to forget their anger or ill-gotten goal and join those in merriment, as all who enter this inn are welcome. If the fire was to ever go out at the beginning of the next day, all occupants will be safely pushed out of the pocket dimension with a small pack of supplies, with a note attached stating, "Be well, I hope to see you again." The lore. Alistair, a priest of Aristil, left his village travelling to the nearby city to gather the last bits of special supplies needed for those in his village before the winter months arrived. While in this city, Alistair traded with the local merchants. He noticed how the people in the city were living in poverty and destitute. Curiously, Alistair asked some of the locals as to what happens to the poor and what shelter the poor have to access if they don't have a home during the winter. His answer was nothing. The poor are left to fend for themselves as the winter comes. Alistair, once the trading was complete, left the city downtrodden. Alistair, once the trading was complete, left the city downtrodden by the news he received. The fact sat heavy on him during his travel back to his village. How unlike his village, who came together to accomplish a common goal, be there for each other through feast and famine, to prepare each other for the winter months. No one would be there for those in the city who did not have the means to prepare themselves for what was to be a harsh winter, those that desperately needed a helping hand. It was then Alistair decided once his village received their needed supplies, he would go back to the city, as he concluded the poor in the city needed his help more than his well-prepared village. One night on his travels back to the city, Alistair had a visioning dream. An elk, a symbol of his deity, standing in the middle of a grove, fresh snow softly laying on its hallowed ground, guided him to a stone with what looked to be like an old magical inscription. Laying a hand on the stone, Alistair gained the knowledge of a long-lost spell, whose name was long forgotten, and as Alistair awoke, he heard the cry of an elk in the distance, with a simple note laying next to him that read, "Keep the warmth of the hearth going." To this day, tales are still told of the mysterious inn that appeared that year, the inn that sheltered many, who gave means to those who needed a fresh start. The inn, though always changing its locations, is reliable for those who are in need. The inn where all who enter are welcome. Sick.
I'm sick.
I'm
If that ain't a comment on society, I don't know what is. If that ain't a comment on late stage capitalism, I don't know what is.
Man,
what a message, what a spell, what a well written piece of text.
That is so beautiful. That is just that man. And I think that's why
the spirit of Christmas.
Yeah, like that's the whole point, right? To, look after others and be kind and share in these moments and make memories and enjoy. And I really love the feature that is like, if you come in with ill intent, like you're forced to like reckon with it and let go of it, and just so you can enjoy your time in here. Oh, I love that.
So good.
What a beautiful spell.
Great little story told there.
Oh, what a wonderful little story. I love that. Alistair Kringle.
Definitely not his name.
Oh, what a guy.
Well done.
Oh.
Well done to all of the winners, and well done to everyone who entered. They were all fantastic. So thank you so much.
That is so beautiful. Thank you so much, oFelinology. Congratulations, and again, yes, thank you to everyone. I can't wait to see the other festive things.
Yeah, the festive shield.
I can't wait. Yeah, we currently have a homebrew challenge going now.
If you want to enter and show us your homebrew skills,
yes,
there is a festive homebrew shield that needs some love at the minute. So head over to the Discord, find the homebrew challenge page or the forum that's in there, and submit.
Yes, you have until Monday the 4th of December.
You have a potential to be read out on the podcast.
Yes.
Like all of our wieners today.
Thank you so much.
Thank you,
know
everyone.
what? I'm just thinking for the Christmas episode, because if you didn't know, we're going to still put an episode out on Christmas. It's due in our schedule anyway, and we know not everyone celebrates Christmas. Some people might be alone. Some people might want to turn to some stupid idiots on the internet.
Who's that?
I don't know. Who is that? It's you.
Because they're me.
Maybe we could read just generally some of the submissions, not necessarily even just the winners, just some festive submissions.
Yeah, 100%.
That would be nice.
Sounds
wouldn't
good.
It? Yeah, that would be nice.
Sounds good. And we'll be. I'm like, yeah, we're gonna build a gingerbread dragon. We need a kit.
I was thinking about, I was thinking about this in the shower the other day.
Oh, okay.
I was like, how are we going to do this?
Because they ain't baking gingerbread.
Is there? No, God.
No way.
Imagine making gingerbread in the
We could try and find a tavern or something like that, a gingerbread tavern.
I think, but how about we just make a tavern? Because we can make a gingerbread
We'll have a little
house.
look and see what there is. Yeah, and then we'll just call it a We'll see what there is. If there's no dragon,
I bet there is a dragon. I bet there is. No, I bet there is.
Which it costs £100.
Do and look. Gingerbread dragon kit. Gingerbread house ginger dragon kit. Gingerbread day. Do you ever think about what the keywords for something is going to be? Maybe it's just me, because we have to put listings on. Yeah. Is that one there? Go on.
That's woodcraft.
Oh.
Gingerbread dragon kit.
Yeah.
Shopping.
Yeah. Maybe put Christmas at the end.
Ancient gingerbread dragon Etsy.
Yeah.
No, that's the fully built dragon.
No.
I want the kit to make it myself. Gingerbread dragon. Etsy, free delivery. They're all built. I want to do it myself.
Well, how about we make a tavern?
Yeah. We'll have a look.
We'll make a tavern.
I don't know why you made me look now.
Me not being able to do anything.
Interesting.
Anything later has to be right now.
Has to be right now. As soon as you think of it, it has to be right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
I think I've got heartburn from that burrito a little bit.
Number 1.
Yeah. So,
am I the asshole, baby?
Yeah.
Get it.
Okay. You can't read.
Nope. Never have been able to, never will be able to.
You know what? I feel bad for anyone new coming to these videos and being like, I can read. I certainly can read. You won't be able to soon, because the entity will take that ability from you.
Yeah.
Not
and
just
every
the
other ability that you have.
Yeah.
I hope you are actually abilityless, because then the entity won't actually want much from you.
It's just...
You will be low on the entities list.
Yes. Yeah.
But,
if eventually.
If you have many abilities, then you're a hot commodity in the entity's eyes.
Yeah, you are. Yep. And that's all we'll say on that. We're an illegally binding contract with the entity. So we are doing
Am I the asshole?
D&D edition. The crowd goes wild. Y'all love it. We love it. Is Am I the Asshole? D&D
Live and die
edition. By it. We have 2 submissions, I think, in this, and then the rest are from the Reddit. As with all of these are just our opinions.
Yeah. If yours is different, that's fine.
Absolutely.
Totally fine.
Should we just get into it?
Yeah.
All right.
Give it to me.
This is where you have to read them out.
No. No, they'll turn it off.
No.
They'll turn off the video.
No. All right. This has been sent in by Anonymous, please. And they go by him.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Anonymous, please. Hello, Margaret and Jack. I hope you guys are doing well, and thank you for taking the time to read this.
Thank you for putting it in.
For reference, I am a GM for a Pathfinder 2e campaign, and I'm running a pre-written module with 4 players. I personally know all 4 players and invited them to this campaign. Half of them have never played a TTRPG before, and the other half have only played D&D 5e. I wanted to use this module to teach them the Pathfinder before we move over to a homebrew campaign in a homebrew world, even with a homebrew pantheon. For the record, everyone in the group, including myself, have had some issues with the campaign, mostly scheduling.
Yeah, always is, baby.
Yeah. But one player stands out who I will call M. My players don't like running sessions without a full party, and M has a tendency to cancel on us within the hour that we are supposed to start playing. They have done this plenty of times, and no matter when I try to reach out to them to confirm that they are playing, they just won't message back until at least an hour before the session. What set me off most is recently they did this for 2 weeks in a row, and then the third week they didn't even respond to my messages, ghosting me entirely.
Very good.
My other players and I have also found that their play style doesn't fit with everyone else's, and we find that even while playing, they don't seem to take anything seriously. Well, I decided to talk to my other players about it, and we unanimously. Oh my god.
Unanimously?
Oh my god. We unanimously agreed that since the module was meant to teach them the system, we should cancel the rest of the module, take a hiatus until after the holidays, and then start the homebrew campaign without M. Well, a few days later, and without going into detail, I did let M know that the campaign was taking a hiatus, and I am unhopeful that it will ever resume. I, however, did not mention that we would do the homebrew campaign without them, or that things were being cancelled because of them. I do have to say, I feel guilty for not telling them the issues that are present. Am I the arsehole for not explicitly telling them that we cancelled the campaign because of them, and that I am not inviting them to the next campaign?
Okay, what do you think?
First of all, incredibly frustrating. Having someone who consistently, like, the hour before you play.
Like, here we go. Here's this week, Monday, I could feel myself getting sick on Sunday night. And I said to you, I'm going to message the group tomorrow because I think I'm going to be sick on Wednesday and I don't want to make anyone sick.
Yeah.
So on Monday morning, I messaged everyone saying, I don't think we're going to be able to play D&D this week. I just want to prepare you. I'll let you know, like, close to the time.
Yeah.
And then the next day, on Tuesday, I was still ill, so I was like, we're cancelling tomorrow because I don't want to give anyone the flu.
Yeah.
So, you know, like, that's just considerate.
Yeah, and, you know, like, sometimes it just happens, right? Sometimes you just can't make it. Sometimes something comes up.
Sometimes you get sick on the day.
Yeah, totally.
Sometimes something comes up an hour before, and do you want to know what? That's fine, but
That's
something
fine,
can't come up an hour before every single week.
3 weeks in a row.
That's just not how life is.
And to just not even reply, to just ghost them, incredibly frustrating.
It's not good enough.
No, it isn't good enough.
No way.
I
Respect
agree.
people's time.
Especially if you've all set the boundary that we're not going to play if someone's missing.
Yeah.
Like, incredibly frustrating.
You must understand that everyone's not playing because of you.
Yeah, like
how can you not want to do something about that?
Yeah, I know. But that kind of leads me on to kind of the next point is, you know, OP's asking, like, should I have told them? Yeah.
Probably.
Like, yeah, you should have. You, like, I know it's really hard to, but
yeah.
And
the thing is, I probably understand your mentality of they didn't give a fuck anyway, clearly.
So why are they going to give a fuck now?
They don't turn up, so it's probably not even a problem. Yeah. Like, the thing is, I'll probably be honest and say that this person probably doesn't care that the campaign's cancelled.
Yeah, but
probably doesn't care that they're not getting invited to the next one.
Yeah.
But
you never know.
You never know.
Sometimes people cannot read between the lines. People cannot guess the information if it's not given to them.
Yeah.
I think, yes, you should have. If nothing else, just for kind of your peace of mind, you should have told the person that the fact that they cancelled so often was kind of the reason that they stopped, and it was unacceptable that they did that. I think they should hear that, because maybe they don't realize the knock-on effect.
Yeah, and, you know, like I said it before. I was going to say something.
Oh, no. I said the knock-on effect of someone not turning up. Oh, no! Oh, God!
We've said it before, and I'll say it again.
Yes.
I will say it, like, people can't change unless you tell them what the problem is.
Totally.
So this person, if you say this person, like, we aren't playing because of you, and you telling us an hour before isn't good enough, if you say that to them, it allows them to be like, I'll either do something about it or be like, yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
Totally. Or you know, not do anything about it and not care. And then there is, like, your answer.
So there's two parts of this. It's like,
yeah, totally.
Are you the ass? Not really, but at the same time, yes.
I think there should have been some communication, But
you should have probably told them, but at the same time, they probably don't care because they weren't turning up anyway.
Exactly. And you know what? I will say from experience, cancelling a session and then playing another one without letting that person know is just a weight on your shoulders that weighs on you.
Yeah.
It is something that sticks in your conscience. I mean, you know, I can't speak for you, but I can only speak from experience. Holding, like, I'm not saying that this is a secret, but holding back some information like that
weighs heavy on you.
It does.
Yeah.
And if the conversation somehow steers into that situation,
if you ever met that person again,
it's horrible.
Yeah,
it's absolutely horrible.
Slip of the tongue. We're like, oh yeah, and then it's just like, oh, you played a new session.
Yeah,
you know.
totally,
so should you have? Yeah,
yeah.
I can understand why you didn't.
Yeah,
but,
I can understand.
It's not too late.
No, it isn't. It isn't. And just a shitty situation in general.
Yeah,
right?
Should, I mean, it's at the end of the day, if they didn't cancel an hour before all the time and just turned up to the session, then you wouldn't be in the situation.
Exactly.
So it's tough because, it's like you're in the situation because of them.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I would say yes and no.
Yeah, agreed. Agreed, very much so. And I'm sorry, and I really hope that your next Homebrew World or the Homebrew Pantheon, etc., goes well.
I hope it goes well. Power to you, luck to you.
Sounds like the rest of your other 4 players really enjoy it.
Yeah.
So that's good. Thank you so much for your submission, Anonymous, please.
Thank you so much.
All right, this is an next submission, and this is the last submission.
Yes.
We say it. We always say it with "Am I the asshole?" submissions.
It's tough to take submission "Am I the assholes" because most of the time you're not the asshole.
Yeah. And you just want someone. You just want to like have a space to tell what happened to you. Yeah, totally.
Just submit it as a horror story.
Yeah. Oh,
take your
totally.
"Am I the asshole?"
that
you've submitted before, resubmit it as a horror story.
Totally. Yeah, totally. All right, this has been sent in by Phoebe, and she goes by she, her.
Thank you very much, Phoebe.
Thank you, Phoebe. Hello, I was recently a part of a campaign that spanned 9 months. The group consisted of myself, 3 other people, and my DM. I'm extremely close to 2 of the people in my group. The third was newer, but I never quite connected with the DM. He was a decent DM, and there was a few occasions where he would metagame a situation to not allow my sorcerer to use persuasion in a situation, but despite a little annoyance, I was fine with that. Our group has people in vastly different time zones, America, UK, and Australia, and we have always tried our best to make things work to play weekly. That is so wild that you say that, because in our mod group, our mods are playing currently with someone in America, UK, and Australia. And they are struggling to get the schedule sorted, but they got the schedule sorted.
Yeah. Like spanning 3 time zones, so then you're going to be talking about when people are at work, when people are asleep.
I know.
Days off, things like that.
Yeah,
it's so hard to organize.
I know. So difficult.
So tough.
So the fact you played weekly is insane.
Wild.
Recently, the third in our group has had a baby and we're playing less regularly.
Fair.
We got a message from our DM saying that he was ending our campaign because of his mental health. I put that in quotes because I know for a fact he is part of 2 other campaigns that run in the week. Now here is the part where I might be the asshole. I saw this message and I got very upset. This was my first campaign ever and I love my Draconic Bloodline Sorcerer so much. I wrote a message that essentially said, I think you ending the campaign this way just because we're not playing regularly is extremely upsetting, and I feel like you didn't even bother to put in the effort to keep it going. You have other campaigns, but I bet you didn't drop out of those. I then left the Discord server because I was so angry. We were set to start a campaign that my 2 friends were running, and he comments in this server saying he was leaving because he didn't want there to be tension, and he wanted me to have that campaign instead. I felt bad that I put a rift in between us, but my friends were supportive. Would you say that I'm the asshole?
Yes.
Yeah, and you know what? You kind of say like... You say
Margaret,
he is...
Right? Do not mince your words.
No, you say...
Because that is unacceptable.
Like, you say, now here is the part where I might be the asshole, after the part that actually really makes you an asshole here. Mm-hmm. It's when you say, I put his mental health in quotes, because I know he is part of 2 other campaigns.
Does that mean that this person doesn't have mental health issues?
Like...
Because they're in 2 other campaigns?
Yeah. I think, I'm surprised that this came from someone in our community, to be honest, because we are, and I'm sorry, Phoebe, I'm really not trying to come for you here, but like, I feel like if there's one message we're trying to make really clear here, it's that we support people, we support their mental health, we believe people, we trust people, we uplift people. And say...
what do we always say? We always say real life comes first.
Yeah, and you have no idea what someone's going through.
You have no clue what someone's going through.
You have no idea.
No idea.
Like, the decision behind the DM doing this. You have, as you self-admittedly say, I got very upset and I was so angry. And you thought of yourself in that moment, which I don't blame you, by the way. I would, of course, think of myself in that situation too.
I blame you.
Oh, no.
Like, the thing is, right, at the end of the day, look, D&D is a valuable thing. We love Dungeons & Dragons. First campaign is, a big thing.
Totally.
But at the same time, like, dungeon mastering, you may not know this because you've never dungeon mastered, I don't know, but, like, dungeon mastering is a lot of responsibility.
Yeah.
And if you've got a lot going on in your life and you're absolutely drained, and then dungeon mastering does take a back seat and then you can't do it anymore, doesn't mean you can't be a player, because playing is far less stress.
Totally.
The thing is, and we've said it a million times, and I feel like you should probably hear this advice. When you're upset, what you need to do is not act on those feelings.
Yeah. And trust me, that's something that I've had to learn the hard way. And sometimes I still can't follow through. I can't follow through myself sometimes too.
Go home. You need to go to sleep. You need to wake up the next day and then tackle it then. Because then you will be in a far better state of mind. When you're upset and you try and make a decision based on those really raw feelings that you've got, 9 times out of 10 you're going to make the wrong decision,
and trust me,
that is what you have done here.
Coming from someone who absolutely have, my whole life I've struggled with not acting on my impulse to something straight away, and like I said, I still fall down on this hurdle sometimes too, because we're all human,
we all do, but the problem is you've then pushed this person out of another campaign because you've caused the rift. So I think what you need to do, Phoebe, is go to this person and just say, I'm sorry. Yeah,
I'm sorry for that outburst. And, I know you say that your friends are supportive, but of course your friends would be
toxic positivity is a thing.
Yeah, it is very much so.
At the same time, you need to go to this person and be like, I'm sorry, because I let my emotions get the better of me, and I've said these things and I've done these things, and I regret it, and I feel, but that's if you do.
If you don't, then obviously don't say those things.
But you probably should.
Yeah,
and you need to go to this person and be like, I would really like it if you came back and played in that game with me, because I don't want you to not have those things that you enjoy because of the way that you thought I felt.
Yeah, and just to make it, just in case, I feel like the disconnect is coming from you not believing that he gave a good enough reason to stop his campaign. You have to remember the DM is a player as well.
DM is a player as well. And I feel like a lot of players who haven't Dungeon Mastered before don't really understand
totally
how
the weight
much
of it
there is to deal with.
And you know what? Even if, what did you say here? You said they play in 2 other ones. I don't know if you mean they actually are players or if they DM. But even if they DM the other games, right?
Doesn't matter.
Different groups of people fill different social needs, fill different needs in general. You can play with people who make you feel very comfortable. It isn't a chore. It isn't a tax. And it's not to say that the other people you don't enjoy playing with.
Yeah.
But there is a certain amount of energy you can put out to certain people. Some people take less, some people take more.
100%.
It very well could be a case like that. The other games, maybe they're older games.
They're just easier to play in.
But the thing is, we don't know. You don't know. Yeah. It's very unfair of you to say mental health in quotations. We need to give people a bit more grace. Yeah. We need to believe people. Yeah. We need to let's say, he is making up. Maybe he is. But wouldn't it feel so much better to just say, well, look after yourself. I hope you're okay.
Yeah.
And potentially make that person feel better. If they're lying, then whatever.
The thing is as well.
It's about you. It's about giving yourself the peace of mind, Phoebe.
Yeah, and also, you'll never know.
You'll never know.
You will never know if this person is lying. And, you might sit there and be like, are they lying? That is wasted energy that you should put into other things.
Yeah,
because there's some things in life that you will just never know.
Totally.
And trying to rack your brain and get yourself to the point where you do know, you're just going to frustrate yourself. You're just going to piss yourself off. And your energy is far better used elsewhere.
And hey, Phoebe, I've been down this path too. I truly, truly have. And when you learn to not judge other people, and you treat people with the same kind of kindness you would like back, regardless of how the other person is, whatever that is, you will feel better about yourself.
Yeah.
I hope that helps.
Yeah.
I hope that gives you maybe a bit of perspective to that, because I understand with the perspective you have, you feel really badly done to, and like they've lied to you.
There's just more important things in life.
Far more important things. And
I do really, really recommend that you go to this person and apologize.
Totally.
And, try and get them back in that other game because,
especially calling them out like publicly, like in the server like that.
Yeah. Like if you're struggling mentally and one of the only things that like you enjoy is playing D&D, you stop dungeon mastering and then you don't get to play in that game either.
Yeah.
Like that's tough. I think, look, we all make fucking mistakes. I get that. But I think maybe you've just been a bit rash here. And,
agreed.
Let's just, try and be a little bit better when it comes to people's mental health.
Definitely, always.
And like Margaret said, we've both like made mistakes like this in the past when we were younger, and when we weren't as aware about mental health.
Yep.
I know I did.
So did I. Oh my God, so did I.
But even if it is a lie, you'll never know. So let's not.
Yeah. Just treat people the way it's what your parents said, isn't it? Treat people the way you'd like to be treated, and you'll feel so much better for
100%.
it. I hope, I'm sorry, Phoebe. Yeah, you were absolutely the asshole there, completely.
Definitely the asshole. Sadly,
I'm really sorry to say that.
Sorry.
It's so hard saying that to.
But people come to us for our opinion, and my honest opinion is that unfortunately in this moment you've been the asshole.
True. Yeah, true.
So,
but it's not too late.
It's not too late.
It's never ever too late. Never too late. And I hope that helps.
Do something about it.
And if you have any. I don't know, if you need any advice or any follow-up questions to that, like please send a follow-up and we'll get back to you like privately if you want us to. Yeah.
Okay.
That's the end of submissions.
Now we're on to the
now we're on to Reddit.
Now we're on to the Reddit.
Yeah, now we can slag people off and not feel bad for it. All right. So, these are all Reddit now. Am I the asshole walking out in a session? So in my group's last session, we are level 5 and I am playing a wizard. I begin by being told that my character has wandered ahead of the group alone while the group is resting, somewhat against my will. It sort of makes sense with the story as my character has been having weird dreams and a sort of calling from a dark figure. So I let it happen. The rest of the party finds me and I'm entranced in communication with a dark entity.
Interesting. We actually run your game and you just don't know it yet.
The party tried to snap me out of it. I roll a save and I roll terribly.
Course.
Not to worry, combat begins and the party engages the enemy. It's a homebrew monster that is very powerful. I rolled terribly on initiative, so I'm last.
Sick. Especially when you're closest as well.
We get through one round of combat and I get to roll a save to break the trance. I roll a sub 10. I only have a +1 in wisdom. No worries. Next round, combat continues. My turn comes. Roll a 12 with bless. Not enough. This continues for 3 more rounds, finally with me rolling a 17 with bless, and I don't break out of the trance. 17.
What level are they?
Did they say 5? Level 5.
17?
I'm starting to get concerned that 5 rounds of combat have happened and I haven't done anything yet. Combat is also very time-consuming in our party as we have some newish players. So one of my teammates finds a way to break me through, graciously using their whole turn and resources to do so. My turn, I get up in a precarious situation, so I cast invisibility on myself.
Nice.
Another round of combat continues, and the party is hurting. One character is downed, another is nearly downed, and the boss has a nasty aura, making melee take a ton of damage. The boss goes right before me and casts a spell at the party that seems like it's going to hurt. I sacrifice my ability to counterspell since we are in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
The DM then moves towards me and puts me back in a trance before I even get a turn in combat. At this point, it has been 2 hours and I haven't had a single turn in combat. I have to go to work early in the morning and I'm tired. I roll a save, don't pass because the DC is something higher than 17. I get it from the table and say, I'll see you next week. I obviously don't need to be here. They all ask if I'm serious, and I say, well, it would be nice to actually play the game. And then I leave. Oh, man.
Like, Okay, let's just break this down.
Once again, a stinky situation. And
you are walking ahead of the party against your will.
Against your will.
Like,
well, to be fair, you say like it kind of makes sense.
Been getting these dark visions, been getting these dark dreams. I get it. But to put yourself at like to be put in like a massively dangerous situation is a little bit unfair. I can see it maybe from a storytelling point of view and stuff like that. Maybe. So I understand if it's a one enemy combat, DCs have to be higher. Yeah. Because you aren't going to make them as frequently. Yeah. And, there's not a million other things making you make saves. So, like, having one enemy with a spell save DC being higher is understandable. A minimum of 18 at level 5 is still quite high.
And the fact that this was meant for the wizard because, like, it's been a thing. And then they make it a wisdom save as well when the wizard has a +1 in wisdom.
Don't wizards have proficiency in wisdom saving throws?
Oh, do they? Yeah. Oh, I have no idea.
Let me just check. Am I just chatting fucking bear shit?
I have absolutely nothing clue, Jack. I know nothing about wizards. I'm pretty sure it's
intelligence and wisdom.
Is it?
Yeah, I'm almost absolutely certain.
So maybe you should have been adding more than +1. To be fair, you had bless.
Unless you have a negative.
Oh, true.
But,
Good point.
Yeah, intelligence and wisdom saving.
Oh, I see.
So you have proficiency in wisdom. So unless and at level 5, you'll have what, 3? Plus
what proficiency at 5? Yes, 3.
Yeah, 3. Yeah. So that means you've got a -2 in wisdom.
Yeah, which very well could be. Very well could be. To be fair, or you're
calculating it wrong.
Yeah,
but still an
18. That is really quite high.
That's just because we think it's an 18.
True. Well, true. It could be higher. What could it have been? Like. Yeah, I think.
Look, if somebody in your, it's tough, innit? Like, because they're clearly doing nothing and they've had no turn. Yeah. There should be somebody else who's dealing a bunch of damage or who's got a really powerful concentration spell. Yes. So when that trance comes off that person, they should probably the DM should go right. You haven't had a turn in combat yet, and also this barbarian is absolutely trucking me for damage. Yeah. You're getting the save this time.
Yeah, I know.
Just stick it back on the same person
to put you back into the trance.
2 hours.
Yeah, like even regardless of like the whole the backstory leading up to it, right? I don't know. I feel like I understand them putting you in a trance in the first place, but to maybe do it a second time,
I know,
feels really bad.
Yeah,
and like maybe this was a case of the DM just wanting to give. I mean, we have no context to OP's like wizard and how they've played, etc. Like maybe they just needed you out of a combat to let the others shine. We don't know that though. That's just assuming.
You shouldn't just fucking lock somebody out of a combat to make other people shine. You should find a better way to do it.
Totally. Like now, I guess the question is: are you the asshole for getting up and leaving like that?
I mean,
listen, I don't blame you for being mad and upset because I would be as well.
I would be fucking fuming.
I would probably be sulking a little bit as well.
Turn up to D&D and do nothing for like
2 hours, especially when you have work the next morning. But
it's like the combat of your like you've been seeing these things.
Yeah, I know.
You want to at least do summit.
You're the one who knows the most about the dude, right? The entity,
the dark entity.
Yeah, I do think getting up and leaving is brash. Yeah, that is brash.
But I also understand why you'd probably be fucking pissed off.
There is an edit. Do you want to hear it?
Go on.
Edit. I definitely feel like this could have been handled better on my part, as I was an asshole, particularly the comment about wanting to play the game. I guess my justification at the time, while a weak excuse, is that I work very early in the morning. It was getting late, and while I enjoy D&D, it's time spent away from my family, which I already get very little. I was exhausted from a 12-hour shift, racing to make it in time for D&D, only to spend 2 hours of my free time feeling like it was wasted. Yeah, I feel for you, OP. I really do.
People being like the time thing's a weak argument. Is it?
No, I don't think it is.
Like, I feel like people who say that are clearly just like, I don't know. Like, it'd be unfair for me to say that. I think, like, I don't get any time. Fuck me. Like, I finish work, I sit down at like 8-9 o'clock and play World of Warcraft for like 3 or some hours.
Yeah.
After doing loads of work, that's just being an old.
It is.
And especially fucking having a family.
Yeah, God, I know.
That's like you don't get much time. So when you do go to D&D, tired, exhausted from work, and then you get mind control for 2 hours and don't get to do anything in this thing, I understand your frustration.
Yeah.
I feel like anybody giving this person a hard time isn't really looking at their perspective.
Yeah, totally. Like you shouldn't have gone up.
No, you shouldn't
have stormed out.
No,
and like The thing is, I don't even necessarily know if what you said was particularly wrong, because I feel like you didn't say anything hurtful.
You weren't like, fuck off, DM.
Yeah,
You're an asshole.
Yeah. But, yes, you shouldn't have stormed out. I would be upset as well.
I would.
And
I can totally relate to this.
I probably would sulk through it and put on a brave face. And I probably would have messaged the DM afterwards and been like, if that had happened with you, I probably would have been like, man,
I didn't get to do anything there.
Yeah, like
why did you charm me
like,
again?
Yeah, I just so you know, like I had quite a bad time there. Yeah. But like, what was your reason for doing it? Because they might, I don't know.
You weren't fucking dangerous.
Maybe they just didn't even realize. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know. I think.
Do you want to know what I think? I don't think you're the asshole.
No, I don't think you're the asshole. Like, are you the asshole purely for storming out and leaving? Like, yeah. But are you the asshole for being upset? No.
But are you justified in that?
Yeah,
probably,
I know.
I think, again, walking out probably wasn't the thing to do, but I completely understand your mindset in that moment.
Yeah, I do too. I feel for you. I actually really feel for you, I'm the same. If the very, like, fleeting spare time I have, if I'm doing something I don't 100% want to do, I feel like it's a waste.
Or if I'm looking forward to something and then it gets, like, soiled by something like this. Because that ain't fun. No way.
Agreed.
Stinky.
Okay, this next one. Oh.
You right?
You okay?
Yeah.
I thought you were pointing at something.
No.
What are you doing?
I'm just clicking my screen.
He's got a touchscreen screen. I thought you were just going like very like
look. At the plate that had the burrito.
Look. Yeah, what do you think of the burrito?
It was okay.
Yeah, it was alright.
It was absolutely fine.
Okay, so
it was pretty mid.
Go on.
It's pretty mid.
Oh my god. Oh, cool.
Mid as fuck, bro.
Cool. So this next one.
You're welcome.
This is an interesting one. That was
a pretty interesting one.
And you'll see why.
Okay.
So, am I the arsehole for not letting a PC come back to life? I DM a homebrew world where diamonds magically disappeared one day. Resurrection magic became null and void, and it created tension and chaos within the world. People in the world eventually realized that some people's hearts magically transformed into diamonds, which created frenzied murders, devious schemes, and all over chaos.
It's fucking cool.
I love that. That is so fucking cool. That's so
the fact
fucking
that,
cool.
Like, diamonds were maybe once the hearts of beings
fucking
long
cool.
ago. Something
And
like
the
that.
idea that people just like.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I need to save my wife.
Yeah.
Give me your fucking heart.
Yeah, man. That's that.
I'd slice somebody up for you.
Thank you.
I'd cut someone's diamond heart out for you.
Yeah, you wouldn't have to. Entity would do that for you. Entity has done that for you.
Me and the Entity. Me and the Entity are very close.
I love that. Great premise.
So cool.
Overall chaos. The world is overall dangerous and the campaign is exploration based. I informed the players of all of this before we started the campaign. One of my player characters died last session 3, to a water weird. What is a water weird?
It's just like a elementally water thing.
Oh, okay. He doesn't want to play another character, not even temporarily, like 2 or 3 of our weekly sessions, while the party goes on a quest to track down one of these heart diamonds. I could tell he was upset, so I offered him an alternative as a warlock pact with a devil, where the devil offered him resurrection in exchange for tracking down these diamonds for the devil. The player told me that this goes against his character as a good aligned cleric. He wants to be resurrected for free as a reborn. I told him no because it goes against the entire conflict in the campaign. Am I the arsehole for not caving on his request when it goes against the theme of the campaign?
Nope. Not in the slightest.
Okay.
You set it out good and proper.
Yep.
You've made it like, you cannot be revivified.
Yep.
You can't be resurrected. Resurrection magic is hard.
Yeah.
All the diamonds have disappeared.
Yep.
People's hearts in their chests have turned to diamond.
Yeah.
So, you could maybe be brought back, but you can't have to kill people to do it.
Yeah.
And you're dead, and if the party doesn't decide to do that, then there's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah.
If that's the premise of the campaign, and you join, you know what you're signing up for. And to just, yes, unlucky that you probably died in session 3, it's obviously quite hard if you've died in session 3. So resurrection magic isn't super available. The combats might be slightly easier. You'll only really die if things go wrong, is what I'd have done. But if you're just still like, no, it's still hard, then the people understand what they're getting into. And if you understand what you're getting into, you can't complain.
Yeah, that's exactly what my thoughts were as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this has been communicated, which it has, and everyone's bought in. Like, I think, playing like a separate character, like while you wait for the party to get you back, what do you think about the thing about like the deal with the devil to like be able to be resurrected, but under the pact of this devil, and you have to get the diamonds, and then the player being like, no, I don't want to because I'm a good aligned cleric.
Something like that.
Yeah.
If the thing is, it's like the dungeon master sat there trying to think of solutions for you to be brought back. It's like, why don't you come up with a solution?
Yeah.
Like, why don't go on?
Do you want to hear the other side?
Oh.
Because at the same time this went live.
Oh my God, you're kidding me.
Another Am I the Arsehole cropped up.
Really?
From a different perspective.
Okay.
Do you want to hear it?
I do want to hear it.
So.
See, this is the thing, right? Like, we do this podcast, right?
Yeah, and a lot has to go on assumption, right?
A lot has to go on assumption.
Yeah.
We're just making content of things that are given to us.
Yeah.
And we've actually had a moment before where we've read out a story and then someone messaged us and they were like, I can't believe you've posted this.
Yeah.
Like, I'm never going to watch your podcast again. Yeah. And it's just like, look, I can't research every single story because like, we're two people who make this podcast. We do it all ourselves.
Yeah.
We just, have to go off what people tell us. And, it's like, if this is the situation, then yes, you are, or no, you aren't.
Totally, yeah,
but,
totally.
Don't come at me and be like, you didn't do your research. Do you want to know what, mate? Fuck off.
Well, I did in this situation.
But, don't ever come at me and be like, you're fucking shit at your job.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
What Jack is talking about there is a very nuanced situation where someone sent in a submission.
Yes.
And, we
just go off what we get given.
Yeah, we take what our submissions are on good faith, right? And we were told that potentially it wasn't said in such good faith.
Yeah.
But the thing is, there's no way to prove or disprove it,
and then just going about saying our podcast shit because of that.
Oh yeah, well, you got our podcast shit for many other reasons.
Yeah, but like you can't fucking do us for that, man. Like, what do you want us to do?
Yeah,
what do you want us to do?
Well,
so that person can go fuck themselves.
In this situation, I did do the research, and I did find this.
Hit me with this.
So, my friend recently started.
Do you know what that was like? Remember when you read out a submission and you were like, you left out the fact that the person was
an 8-year-old girl.
Was an 8-year-old girl.
Yeah, man, good times. Good times.
All right, hit me.
My friend recently started a new campaign. I'm playing this, by the way, is very long.
Okay.
Compared to the other
That's
one.
Fine.
You'll see why.
I'm excited.
I'm playing a dwarf Tempest Domain cleric, sworn to the god of righteousness and retribution, who has a strict moral code to uphold justice. I spent a lot of time creating the character, connecting him to the world, and even had a one-on-one session 0 with the DM to make sure everything was good.
Okay.
The biggest thing to note about this campaign setting is that all the diamonds in the world disappeared, and now they can only be found within the hearts of random people, essentially stopping castings of spells such as Revivify or other resurrection magic.
Super cool.
Exactly as the DM said.
It's such a great concept.
I love that concept. Yeah. I fucking love that. The first 2 sessions went by with no issues, but the main issue happened during our 3rd session. Our party of 6 adventurers were exploring a swamp looking for herbal components when we came across an ancient temple submerged in the swamp. Because the DM uses XP leveling and he distributes XP for in-character role-playing, only 2 of the characters are at 2nd level, including my character. We decided to explore the temple, and luckily we had magic herbs that would let us breathe underwater, but to do so, we had to leave our packs of equipment and take off all of our armor, leaving the party of mostly level 1 characters extremely vulnerable. After exploring the temple for a bit or two, maybe. No, I'm reading it wrong. After exploring the temple for a bit, two of the other players had to leave the session early.
Okay.
The remaining 4 players, including me, then triggered a trap, creating an underwater whirlpool, which pinned us to the walls of a narrow room. None of us had a swim speed, and in order to move our characters, we had to first make a strength saving throw or be pushed 15 feet back. While trying to disarm the trap, we were ambushed by a CR3 creature, but I don't know the name of it. It was sort of a weird underwater worm that was translucent in the water that grappled and restrained the target when hit. After initiative was rolled, the creature proceeded to attack my character. I only had 20 health, and on the first attack, the creature dealt 10 damage to me, and then on its second attack, it hit me with advantage due to being grappled and restrained.
Okay.
It crit me for 16 damage, instantly knocking my character unconscious. That crit alone would have been enough to instantly kill the party's 6 HP wizard. My character is the only one with healing magic, and due to the whirlpool currently undoing any movement progress to close the gap, no one is able to make it to me and stabilize me. I fail all 3 death saves and die. The party manages to deactivate the trap and the worm creature disappears, but now I'm dead and out of the session. The encounter was terribly designed and way too difficult for only 4 PCs to deal with only 2 of them being 2nd level, the others being level 1. After the encounter, the party commented to the DM that the encounter was not balanced, unfair, and badly designed.
Okay.
After the session was over, I asked my DM what was going to happen to my character since he died in such a bullshit encounter at such a low level.
Okay.
He said he will let me know by our next session. His plan for this is what I have the issue with. So my options are 1. Convince the other players to please abandon our current quest to go on a quest to resurrect my dead character. The DM estimates it will take a minimum of 6 sessions to complete. And for context, we meet once a week, so a whole month. That's more than a month. Sorry.
The dog is just being the dog.
During this time, I can either make a throwaway character or play a character that the DM has made for me. My group tends to play slow and get distracted from the game, so it could easily be more than a month before I can play my character again, all the while playing a character I have 0 investment in and that I most definitely do not want to play. My second option, my character can sign a deal to become a troll for a devil. This part includes paying the devil a diamond every 10 days. But the only way the devil will let me get the diamonds is to kill innocent people and rip out their hearts, or steal them from powerful nobles. Either way, this playstyle goes completely against the morals and personality of my character. On top of that, my character would never sign the deal in the first place. I'm doing so this be betraying their god, and in doing so, this would be betraying their god and their moral code, in which my mind they would never do. Any other option I've suggested, like being revivified by my god or coming back as a reborn, has been denied. Both of those options sound awful to me, and by taking either, I'd essentially be having no fun while at the table. I put so much effort into making this character, and I became so attached to him, and I feel as though I won't be able to have any fun in this campaign if I'm not able to play him. I feel as though my character's death was unjustified and was due to my DM's mistake in creating a ludicrously unbalanced encounter. I brought up my issues and concerns with the DM, but he said that these options are the only ones that would work in the campaign story he has created. So I'm stuck with choosing 2 options, with both of them leaving me unhappy and honestly not making me want to continue playing in the campaign. What makes the situation worse is if I choose option 1, due to my current personal situation, I do not have the time to create a new character and a new backstory, so I would be stuck with one that my DM has to make for me. I'd have no say in the backstory, class, race, and 0 personal connection to them. So am I in the wrong for being incredibly pissed at my DM with how he handled this initial encounter? Would I be in the wrong to give my DM an ultimatum that we find a way for my character to be alive next session that would fit with both his and my ideas for the campaign story, and that is in line with my character's morals and personality? And if we can't come to an agreement, I will sit out of the campaign until my character is resurrected and possibly quit the campaign altogether.
Okay. What do you think?
What do you think?
So,
first of all, this whole thing sounds like a mess.
It's a fucking mess.
It sounds like a mess.
It's a fucking mess. So, okay, here's my points.
Yep.
And here's what I'd like to say.
Does it change anything now you've heard this?
Yes.
Okay.
Only a little bit, though.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah.
Only a little bit,
Agreed.
Though. So, if... Like, yes, these other 2 players who've left might have only been level 1, but 2 rounds of action economy in a one enemy fight is huge.
But then again, they couldn't move.
What if they were ranged?
True.
What if it was Lock?
True.
What if it was a wizard?
True.
What if it was
is this player not a... This player's a cleric.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, look. When something like that happens, and the combat is already going to be quite tough...
Yeah.
I know it's hard to say, but as a dungeon master, you need to adapt.
Yeah.
You need to adapt.
Yeah. That's not unfair to say.
Just chucking in the same combat. So, look, I had a session planned, and Josh couldn't make it, and I had to reduce everything on the fly. Was it the best combat I ever ran? no.
It was also overshadowed by the fact that we tried to have a foursome.
Yes,
because we're fucking idiots.
Was it the toughest combat ever? No. And, it might have been far tougher, but I didn't want anything to happen to Josh's character when he wasn't there.
Of course.
And also, I didn't want it to, cause a TPK because Josh wasn't there.
Of course, yeah.
So, I just made it a little bit easier.
Yeah.
Maybe the trap could have been disarmed in an easier way. Maybe the water weed turned up a little bit later.
Yeah.
Maybe just as there was one round left on the trap or something like that. Like, being unadaptable in a situation like that is how you cause deaths.
Yes, yeah, very much so. But like that, I was going to say that could come from an experience. We don't know that as a fact. That could just like, I do think the encounter sounds like it was very like. I wouldn't even necessarily say unfair, but I think like it was definitely too much.
Yeah,
obviously, because someone died.
It was too much, wasn't it? But like,
do I agree with all the players chewing out the DM afterwards, being like, "That was really shit,"
and being like, "That was bullshit"?
Yeah,
that's not fair.
I agree. I think like
your bullshit encounter.
Yeah, I know. I feel
bad
like
attitude, by the way.
That is definitely a bad attitude.
The bad attitude,
definitely.
Like, so do I think that there maybe could have been an exception made in this moment because of the like quite unfortunate circumstances?
Because I do think if the DM looked at the actual encounter for what it was, I mean, I probably could see, all right, maybe I should have scaled that back a little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe they died kind of maybe unnecessarily there. Yeah,
because we were down 2 players.
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter if they're level 1. Again, like I said, action economy at that low level is everything.
Yeah, totally. God, totally.
Like everything.
Yeah.
So, at the same time, being so in a world where revivify, resurrection magic is so hard to come across, and you know that, you cannot be this upset when you die.
See, that's it. And, obviously, like, for a fact, me, I have very, very, what's the word? I have strong opinions about death in D&D.
In D&D, yeah. Strong opinions about death. Sorry, we had to clap because the dog was licking him. He was just licking his foot while he was stood up.
Stood up,
he didn't even bother to lay down this time.
I have strong opinions about death in D&D, and I believe if someone doesn't want their character to die, you should be able to bring them back.
Then,
However,
is not the campaign for you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
However, I only say that because in the games we play with you, in the games we play with our friends, that's something that's obviously always discussed. If you said there is no way for your character to come back after death, I would either have to adapt to that, and I would have to be willing to change character. I have to be willing to do whatever, or I just wouldn't play.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like,
I think the important fact is the fact that everyone knew on the get-go.
Everyone knew.
Yeah.
It's literally the fucking concept of the campaign.
And, I completely understand. Things change. You can get so connected to a character and not realize before you go into it how much a character means to you. And I get it. And to be honest, after hearing the player's perspective and hearing them talk through what they're feeling, I actually really feel for them.
Yeah. I do too, because it was unfortunate. And the DM, should have adapted. And I understand that people aren't that great at adapting.
Yeah.
And, like, if that's the case, fair enough.
Yeah.
But at the same time,
I feel like they've definitely gone about it the wrong way. You like to say like, I died because
your dungeon master off like that. It's
that's
just
really
fucking
unacceptable.
Because I'm like adapt, but some people aren't good at that.
Yeah.
So like some people are like, it'll be fine because they're worried about it.
Totally. Yeah, totally.
So I do think in this situation, though, there should be a compromise.
I think there should be a compromise too.
The dungeon master should be like, and they should say to everyone, just so you all know, we were down 2 players.
Yep.
I hadn't adapted the combat. That's
Yep.
my bad.
Yep.
Somebody's character died. We're going to bring them back. We're going to find a way to bring them back in terms of like story.
Yep.
But just know that it's a one-off.
Specifically because of the fact that combat happened, we were down a person, etc.
Exactly, because of circumstance.
I agree. It's wild, isn't it? Seeing, obviously, reading out the DM's perspective and, being quite brief and short and missing out some details like, oh yeah, well, it'll only take 2 to 3 sessions for them to come back, but then they've gone to the player and said it's going to take 6 sessions to bring you back.
And, not telling us that there were 2 players down.
I
and
know,
the combat was
not
rock
telling
hard.
you about the combat. It just goes to show, obviously, you have to take everything with a pinch of salt,
Gosh,
right?
Everything. Huh? Did you hear that?
Especially us.
You, person on TikTok, messaging me?
Like, So what do you think? I think
what do you think? Everyone sucks here.
Agreed.
I think everyone is the asshole.
Very much so. Everyone sucks here. I think the player really stonking attitude. Let's be totally honest with you.
The other players for saying the same thing. Stinking attitude.
Yeah.
The Dungeon Master for
maybe sticking to their guns too much.
A little too much.
And not being willing to compromise. And you know what? Especially hearing from the player's perspective, the DM being like, here's your two options. Temporarily play another character. I can make a character for you. Or make the pact with the devil, knowing fine well.
Yeah.
Like, I think those are bad options.
I think they're both bad options.
I think they're bad options.
And, I've been in this situation. Abby's character died, 2 to 3 sessions away from the end.
Yeah.
And, I'm a staunch believer that death needs to be a threat. Yeah. Otherwise, what's the point in combat? That's just what I believe in Dungeons & Dragons. And even I was like, nah.
It's too late.
Let's just find a different way.
Totally.
Let's bring you back.
Totally.
Let's deal with this later in a one-shot or something like that.
Yeah.
You've lost something that you held dear,
yeah,
but you're still here for the end of the campaign.
There has to be a middle ground.
We have to be able to adapt with each other.
Totally.
And Abby didn't want to give anything up because why the fuck would you?
Yeah,
why would you? But at the same time, that was the give and take. She had to give up something big. And I was happy to just forego the fact that she died.
Totally. I think there is definitely a middle ground here. I mean, I don't necessarily know what the middle ground is, but I think there is a middle ground.
I feel like... middle ground is, we just said it. You just... you get brought back in this RP scenario.
Sure, yeah.
But, maybe there's somebody came in this dungeon before you and their hat is made of diamond and you find it and it's just this crazy circumstance.
Totally.
We all got to know that this is just because there was an unfortunate two people leaving.
Yeah. I think everyone sucks here. I think there could have been definitely more clearer communication between everyone. And I think maybe this is a case of everyone sticking to their guns too much. Everyone. And that's life. You have to give and take, and it sucks sometimes.
So, but just so I know, was that number 4 and 5?
Yeah, it was. Sorry. It was number 4 and 5. Yes, it was.
I'm just going to go straight to number 6 then because I didn't. I'm a silly sausage.
Yeah. You know what? I was like, should I put another one in? But I was like, we're going to talk about that one so much.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
What do you mean?
I was going to be like, should I put a 9th in?
Oh, right. No, we normally just do it.
Yeah. That
took us a while. 23 minutes to talk about.
A little while.
All
right. This is number
6.
6
now.
6. This is the second to last. So, once again from the Reddit, am I the arsehole for making a D&D character similarly to another player in the game? Back around 2018, there was so a long time ago, by the way. This was posted really recently.
5 years ago.
There was a friend I was fairly close with who invited me to a D&D campaign. I had known this person for a few years, and while we weren't super close... Sorry, did you hear? I hope you didn't hear my seat crunching under my fucking fat ass.
Just a creaky bench is all.
I had known the person for a few years, and while we weren't super close, we had known each other well enough that we would talk frequently.
Okay.
They knew, they said that...
Have you ever
had a dream where you could and you did? And they said that the game was going to be DM'd by a friend of theirs and that their significant other, who we will call Joe, and one other friend would be playing as well.
Okay, cool.
I went about making my character with the DM. I was making a changeling rogue who was living their life as an alternate persona, a friend who had died to protect them. As such, they were going to be keeping the secret from the group until they felt safe enough to share it. I told this to the DM and told the group that I was playing a half-orc. Everyone in the group seemed to like the idea, as there wasn't a rogue yet, and you always need a rogue.
Rogues are always good, baby. Rogues are always good, always welcome.
Indeed. In the days leading up to the game, everyone was talking about their characters, both in personal messages and in the server. In a personal message, Joe said that their character was going to be focusing on social things like deception, persuasion, and intimidation.
Mm-hmm.
I had also mentioned that the deception was going to be a big part of my character as well. Joe then sent me a message, something along the lines of, "Oh, cool. Well, between you and me, there won't be a single person who knows the truth of anything." I responded similarly, and we started the game a few days later. Once the game started, our characters were introduced and the group formed up. We all did our fair share of roleplay, but the DM would frequently make me make some deception checks while I did so, as I was technically pretending to be someone else.
Mm.
The DM and I had discussed this beforehand, and I was totally fine with this, by the way. By session 3, one PC had already been told my secret, and they were very kind to my PC. After session 3, I got a message from our DM saying that Joe was really upset with me. Joe apparently told the DM that when he heard I was also playing a deception character, he had asked me to focus on something else, and that I hadn't worked with the team at all in building a character that they needed. I showed our DM the message that Joe and I had sent, and how he hadn't said anything to me about changing my character. The DM said that it was either I left or my friend and Joe left, and asked if I would be willing to step away from the game to not have conflict. I did so, and I left the Discord server.
What? What the fuck? What's going on?
I tried to reach out to my friend the next day to see if I had missed something in PMs, only to find out that I had been blocked on Twitter and Discord, and was even removed from my friend's server as well.
What the fuck?
I don't have the original messages anymore, as they have been cleared from my Discord a long time ago. But to the best of my recollection, I've given an accurate recount. This is something that has been eating at me for years now. So I ask you all, am I actually the asshole here?
No.
Should I have taken an active step in asking Joe if he wanted me to focus on a different skill?
It's a fucking skill proficiency. It's hello. It's a skill proficiency.
Or should he have been more forward with what he wanted me to do?
Are you fucking with me?
What on earth?
People play the same characters. People have like twin backstories.
Yeah, like...
It's a skill proficiency.
Man, like... And you know what? It's the shithousery of Joe being like, well, I asked him to change.
No, you fucking didn't.
What the
You
fuck?
fucking messaged them and said, no one's going to know a single truth between us. And there was a bit of fucking crack, and that's the crack. And you can relate over those things. They're things that you can have in common. The fact that you have the same skill proficiency, you're like, I think we should kick this person out of the group because the copy.
But like, it's the fact that to their face, Joe was like, "Oh, cool,
yeah, deception, yeah."
Us. And then to DM being like, "What the fuck?" And you know what? It's the fact that the DM, even after seeing the proof, was like, "Look, can you just go?
You've got to leave.
Can you just go?"
DM's a fucking shithouse.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Absolute shithouse.
And then to find that you've been blocked on everything, the thing is, I just don't understand the ulterior motive there.
Is this a fever dream?
Yeah, is this a fever dream?
Is this a
fever dream?
I feel like it's a fever dream.
Like, that's really fucking weird, right?
Yeah.
That's like unacceptably weird.
That's fucking weird. Can we all just refresh? I know I've said it a few times, but just so we can refresh.
Refresh.
It's a skill proficiency.
Yeah, like
it's a single skill proficiency.
And you know what? I would maybe, I wouldn't understand, but I would be willing to give a little bit more if maybe they were both playing rogues. Because I can understand why someone would feel like, oh, well, you know, we're both playing rogues, we both do the same thing. I totally get that, by the way.
Yeah, but I do get it.
I get it.
When you feel that somebody's eating the slice of your pie, I get it.
Yeah,
and
I get it.
You've got to make that
it.
very clear very early.
Yeah.
But also people can play, like, look at fucking Caduceus and Jester.
Yeah,
both clerics.
Totally different.
Completely different.
Absolutely, completely. Like, I just, what a weird situation. And, you know, I feel terrible for OP that they've been thinking about this since 2018.
I'm not surprised. This is my new Roman Empire. Yeah, I'm never going to forget this. It's a fucking skill proficiency.
Yeah, I just think that is so lame. And you know what? Regardless of like that, like all of that, I think the fact that Joe just lied.
And then the DM just had no backbone here. This is fucking pathetic.
Yeah, that's so
we
mean,
need to protect our players. Yeah, seriously.
I know, man. That's so lame. That's the lamest shit ever.
Like Joy's being, I feel like unreasonable is an understatement.
Yeah, agreed. Very much so agreed.
That's such bullshit.
That's so fucking lame.
Man, I'm very, very sorry.
Yeah.
To you.
I know, me too, OP.
Person on Reddit.
Yeah, same. I lied. This is actually the last one.
This is the last one?
Yes. So
right.
I've obviously been like, I should put an extra one in.
We timed it perfectly. Yeah, about an hour and 45.
Yeah, so you technically only get 7 frames.
Perfection.
I'm sorry. You know
Sublime.
what? You know what? Last night when I was putting this together, I was like,
you were like,
I'm not done.
I'm looking for a 9th, and I was like, you don't need 9. We always do 8.
Yeah, I've
because
definitely
we fucking waffle on so fucking much.
I've definitely counted wrong.
8. It's 8 horror and wholesome.
Yeah.
8 am I the asshole.
Yeah.
And then 14 unpopular and 14 house rules.
Yeah.
Because house rules and unpopular don't take as long.
Yeah. This. Well, you thought that was a fever dream, Jack.
Well, it fucking was. That was a fucking fever dream.
That was a fever dream. Well,
hit me. Go on.
Am I the asshole for these events? Firstly, I must say,
I have a player called Joe.
Firstly, I must say this player is the imposter in the high fantasy campaign. So don't judge me for giving too much. but maybe for what I did in the last session.
Okay.
I don't know what that means.
This is already a fever dream.
I don't know what
I
that
already
means.
don't know what's going on.
What does the imposter mean?
Don't know.
No idea.
Let's read more for context.
This player is a necromancer vampire and has sealed a pact with the most powerful dark mage for pure power.
Jesus, okay.
He is a chaotic character. He is 300-year-old dark elf and studied in an arcane school. But the player is not that bright. So the character is short-tempered and has anger issues. Me. They regularly want to attack NPCs so they can't trick or make fun of them.
Okay.
He is right in a way, but they do so much dumb stuff that everyone makes fun of them.
What the fuck is going on?
Now, come to the events.
Okay, good.
He wanted to make
That's enough context.
yeah. He wanted to make a vampire servant, but couldn't find anyone to turn. So we went to the orphanage.
Of course.
So we went to the orphanage to adopt a kid and turn her or him. But he found a girl who was traumatized. So he didn't turn her, and he just adopted her like a daughter. Another time, he raised a dead servant, a young boy who was a revenant with a powerful body, and took him everywhere with him. In the last session, they were attacked regularly by enemies and did dangerous things, so the girl ran away because these things were all too much for her. And the last fight, I killed a zombie boy. Everyone has unique NPCs in their party, but the player felt that only his NPCs got the bad end. Am I the arsehole for doing this? Must I make the girl come back? Like...
Fucking hell.
That is a fever dream.
That is a fever dream.
That's a fever dream.
That is a fever dream.
That's a fever dream. What does any of that mean?
I don't think that you're there. Do you know what? Sometimes in fights, NPCs die.
Yeah, sometimes
these things happen.
it happens. Yeah.
I think you need to just make sure that people understand that they aren't, invincible. When it comes to like pets and fucking stuff like that, let me try about reason onto this story. Pets, NPCs, companions, things like that. If we need to be very clear, they're either in combat and they're useful and they have action economy,
definitely,
or they're out of combat
they're not there.
and I won't kill them and stuff like that. That's a very good boundary to set.
Yeah, and the whole taking this seriously, right?
Which we don't need to be honest. I don't think.
Having the girl run away, as long as there's a way to get her back.
Yeah,
I think that's fine.
Or like find her later down the line and be like,
yeah, totally.
Why did you run away?
Yeah. I just love the turmoil of must I make the girl come back? Must I make her come back?
Man. So anyway, so he tried to find an orphanage.
So anyway, he went to an orphanage.
So he went to an orphanage. That's a fantastic note to leave.
Yeah, that's a good one, isn't it? That's a good one. Yeah.
I hope you enjoyed that.
Not much more to say about that, to be honest.
Yeah, very good.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, what did you think?
www.eldritchpodblast.co.uk. Go and pick up some merch, a fantastic little Christmas gift for you or your loved ones, for yourself. Treat yourself. Our Hellbound Etsy shop is linked down below. Code Podblast will get you 10% off.
The Christmas deadlines. These are the last times you get to order before postage for Christmas.
Yeah, you want me to put the graphic in?
Nah. I won't edit this far into the video.
And I went to the orphanage.
And anyway, I went to
the orphanage.
I started blasting. You have, for all UK orders, it is the 18th of December.
Okay, you're just going to say it. Okay.
All international orders, it is the 11th of December. So that's the cut.
And that's our Etsy shop.
Uh-huh.
Do you want to know what? The merchandise is not under our control.
No fucking idea.
No
idea.
We send the orders to a place and then they ship them out to you. So if things like that don't arrive in time, I'm very sorry.
So sorry.
Order as soon as possible, I guess. I don't know for things like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, go and pick something up. Code Podblast from the Etsy shop. I get you 10% off anything there. So thank you very much for everyone who's put an order in. It means a huge amount to us. You're helping us, keep the lights on.
You're keeping us alive.
Yeah. Please like the video. Please hit the bell to be notified when we upload a video on a Monday and a Thursday.
Again, I don't know why you keep coming back here.
Subscribe if you haven't. I know most of you have, but if you've ever just been like, should I subscribe? Yes.
Yeah.
You fucking
should. Please. Entity, make them subscribe.
Entity, make them subscribe. And down below, comment.
Oh my God.
Comment on the video.
Oh my goodness.
Comment.
Oh my God.
Anyway, I went to the orphanage. Comment down below saying anywhere I went to the orphanage. And, all the good shit on the video. I love you.
I love you.
Bully loves you. He actually hates you right now because he really wants us to go and see him.
Miserable.
So we will see you on Monday. Bye.